representation of what happens when you sell your soul to the devil, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Now, understand this. This is talking about the time of trouble. This is talking about when this system called Babylon is ruling the entire earth. Now, we've seen some very large fulfillments and applications of this down through the centuries of time, but we've never seen it worldwide the way Mystery Babylon is going to set it up. And it's going to be in a conglomerate, and they're going to do it, and all the kings, the rulers, the political, civil leaders of the world will jump into bed spiritually with Mystery Babylon. And it's a guaranteed fact. And as we see the things happening in the governments and in the nations of the earth, as we see compromise occurring, as we see perversion and decadence ruling in the laws and the legislations and these policies that are being implemented, as we see these things spreading around the earth, it should be a serious alarm in our hearts and minds to say something really bad is happening. In fact, I believe that 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 8 through 11 is what is happening it's been happening for a while, but it's starting to speed up as far as I can tell. And the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk with the wine of her fornication. They were happy and hopeful and thinking this party will never end and we're going to be just fine. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, which was full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. This is the same beast of Revelation 13. And we are seeing this beast morph and become a little more connected politically and religiously to where the world will be controlled by this. Now, there's much more here, but we're only going to go, this is introductory, and we're only going to go through it that way. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet. Purple is the clothing of kings. Scarlet, the clothing of religious leaders, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls. Wealth, taxing of the people. Anytime you see a people being taxed to slavery, basically, then you will see the governments living in opulence and in wealth and extravagance. And it's amazing what's been happening. Don't have time to go into it, but the devil likes to try to make people think that there is a monetary, a financial reward and a better off than I was before type of reward if you follow his lead. But it just gets more vile and abominable. Now, and on her name was written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth. Now, I have to share with you that this has been going on long before the Roman Catholic Church ever existed. This was going on in Egypt. This was going on in ancient Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar and all those other cronies of his. It's been going on ever since Cain decided he was going to start his own religion. And he set up a worship system that was 180 degrees against the God of heaven. And it's been promoting over the earth for all those years, but it has not culminated. It will culminate and climax during the time of trouble. And I do believe that the largest religious group on earth, the most wealthy institution on earth, as far as I can tell, will lead the charge on this, right out of Rome. But all the other religions will be brought into this pot, this melting pot, and it's not a big deal to hold on to some of your own unique beliefs beliefs, if you're a Hindu, or if you're a Buddhist, or if you're a Muslim, or if you're anything else. Even an atheist now can be welcomed into this conglomerate beast, because the leader of the religious world, declared by many of the religious leaders, has declared that God will even accepts atheists to come into heaven. And it's an interesting thing. The gospel says that if you deny Jesus Christ, you'll be denied before the Father. Yet this, quote, Christian leader is telling people that you don't have to believe in Jesus to get to heaven. Does that sound like someone's trying to make friends of all the religions on earth? Well, you know, I don't mind making friends with people, but I don't believe I should be making friends at the expense of Jesus Christ. I don't believe I should set him over here somewhere in his own little corner and let Buddha have his corner and let 3,000 of the Hindu gods have their corners and let Muhammad or whoever have his corner. I don't believe in doing that. Jesus Christ stands alone. That's something that I became aware of, very acutely aware of, one day in July, on July 3rd, 1975. The Lord let me know in no uncertain terms, there's no other way in.
Brothers and sisters, this is what the end time is